Hey everybody, my name is Noah Stakes. I've had a YouTube channel for quite some time, and my goal throughout this pandemic pretty much is to try and decipher some true versus false information. There's a lot going on, and I thought that I would use my YouTube channel with my near 1,000 subscribers to try and try a new idea out, because I hate being at home all the time. So today I'm going to talk about quite a few things, and I'm hoping that this idea of me driving around, talking and venting out what's going on in our society and whatnot will somehow cause a little bit, some of the people out there to relax a little bit. Because there's some false news going on, Trump's favorite term, fake news. But really what I'm talking about is, for example, that social media post that came out yesterday. That woman with the cracked phone talking about how the Navy or the National Guards are out and about. That's pretty scary. I mean, people are already in a tough time in terms of trying to gather groceries and stuff. I saw a post on Facebook the other day talking about how it was from a South Korean woman. She was talking about how the U.S. is panicking over something that's not really, we're taking it too far. It's not really, we're just taking it too far. And she talked about how there's more cases in South Korea, and that people there aren't taking it as far as we are in terms of, hoarding groceries and whatnot. And that's something that I thought was kind of interesting, is for a South Korean woman to tell her point of view, because I believe she said that she had it. I could be wrong on that. But that fake post on Instagram, I saw it on Facebook. But if y'all know me, I do Instagram and Facebook. I don't do Snapchat very much. But it got sent around the news. KPRC confirmed that it was a fake case, or a fake Instagram video, and that the woman that made that video will be prosecuted for it, because she's causing people a great deal of stress in a time where we don't really need that. So that post is fake. Don't be too alarmed by it. If I were you, if you see it, listen to what Art Acevedo said in terms of just blocking the person that sent it. Now, if they're your friends, like I said, it's such a no one knows what's really going on, other than started in China, came out and about here. But just be careful with what you look at on the internet, because a lot of people try to monopolize and gain attention from times of tragedy, and a lot of people don't really know what's going on yet, other than schools getting canceled, closures. I'm going straight up by 10, so it's just going to be a long little video. So be careful with what you watch on YouTube and whatnot, because not all of it may be true. School's down. I'm a senior. I'm a high school senior at Springwoods High School. And I find it pretty sad that a lot of people are, specifically, I remember when I was in kindergarten, and people would be excited, wow, we're class of 2020 and whatnot. I have to say, it's been a pretty disappointing year. Not too long ago, there was a water main break down on East 610 that got school closed. And, this year has not started off as good as everybody hoped. Brand new decade. People thought it would be, fun, exciting. But, prom might be canceled as far as I'm concerned. Graduation, they're talking about making graduation, not even having a graduation, but mailing us our diplomas. or emailing us or something like that. Just, in other words, keeping us from going to graduation or prom. I paid for prom, and I paid for my cap and gown, which nears $160. I don't know if I'm getting that back, but I feel bad for the people that pretty much paid money for the rodeo. I don't know if y'all got that back. I rarely go to the rodeo just because it's kind of expensive for me. But being a senior, it was great until this coronavirus thing. We're on our real spring break right now. We don't go back. We were supposed to go back to school next week, but Spring Branch here canceled their school till April 10th. And as of now, I don't have any great plans. Just, I guess, try to use my YouTube channel to decipher what's true, what's false, and my opinion on it, because not a lot of people, most of the people in my generation, like the news has said, it's true. They don't really care. And quite frankly, I'm not too concerned about it either. I feel like it's been blown out of proportion. I don't know one person that has coronavirus. But it is a problem in terms of older people. I worry about my grandma. She told us not to come over, and I'm fully in respect to that decision because I don't want to get her sick with anything. Allergy season is bad right now. And a lot of people have completely overshadowed allergy season with this coronavirus, so anybody that sneezes or coughs due to allergies might assume that, oh, they have coronavirus. No, not really. I saw yesterday on the Walmart shelf, their most stocked beer was Corona beer. Corona beer has nothing to do with coronavirus. And a lot of people, that's their misconception, is coronavirus and Corona beer are not related at all. Coronavirus, as far as I'm concerned, they're not making a drink out of it. Corona beer has been around a lot longer. So Corona beer is getting screwed in this too. But a lot of people are, which brings me to my next conversation of small businesses. I used to work at this restaurant on Kirkwood at I-10 called Sam's Deli Diner. And if y'all have never been, any Houstonians, I encourage you to go. It's a really sweet little single restaurant place. There's only one of them. They used to have two places, but they closed the second one down because the owner passed away in 2013. But just support your small businesses. A lot of places are struggling in this. I saw Papado yesterday have a line out the door and looked like it was easily an over-hour wait. But then you see places like Sam's Deli Diner where they might have one customer every 2 hours, which a business can't stay open like that. So I just strongly encourage you all to support your local small businesses, because Sam's Deli Diner's been around since 1975. They've only had one place. They eventually opened up a second one, but that didn't work out. Like I said, the owner passed away, so they're back down to one. And this one here over off of Kirkwood at I-10 in Spring Branch has been struggling. And like I said, just support your small businesses because they will appreciate it. Let's see. Gas prices are going down. I'm driving in a V8 Mercury Grand Marquis. I'm getting about 24 miles a gallon. It's not bad for a V8. Gas prices are dirt cheap. Sounds good, right? Well, the consumers are definitely doing well in it. However, the producers, Valero, Shell, and then they're laying off a lot of people because they have less of the will to make more gas. And it's kind of ironic to me how everybody's saying stay at home. All the city officials are saying don't get out of your house, don't leave your house. Yet gas prices are at like the lowest I've ever seen in my 18 years of living. You know, I've never seen gas $1.49 anywhere in my life. I'm passing a Corvette. But just, you know, I would stock up on gas. You know, they haven't banned driving, they haven't banned road trips, and I'm doing both, driving and on a little road trip to get out of the house because I'm bored out of my mind with the quarantine. I just encourage you all to, you know, live your life and enjoy the time off, even though it's not really a good circumstance to be out and about, because you don't want to get anybody sick. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't know anybody with this coronavirus. But just, you know, take advantage of the low gas prices. I know a lot of the market in Houston and Texas specifically is big trucks and SUVs. So stock up while you can, because gas prices will eventually go back up and you won't want to be driving around. Small business support. I went to Walmart yesterday 3 different times. My mom wanted to go. She went. We went the first time, they didn't have toilet paper or paper towels. The second time we went, they did have toilet paper, but not paper towels. So just keep an eye out on going to Walmart and whatnot. I've been telling people, go to the dollar store and get your stuff. It's not a good deal, but from my understanding, the dollar stores, people don't really anticipate going to the dollar store for needs like that unless you're either thinking you're getting a good deal or it's just a last minute, oh, I need that decision. But I've been telling people that I talk to, hey, the dollar store we went, we got toilet paper, hand sanitizer, soap. They have that all. Now they did limit it because they know what's going on, but they have it too. So by all means, take advantage of the dollar stores. King Dollar, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Value Village. I did go to Goodwill the other day. They were closed. I think they're only taking donations, but you can't go in and shop for stuff because they don't want people inside, you know, touching stuff, sitting on stuff and not buy it. And then they have to either figure out a way to disinfect it or they just can't buy it at all. So dollar stores is your place to go in terms of maybe wanting to buy anything that you need. Let's see. I'm a blood donor. I've donated blood a few times. They're actually in need of blood donations. Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center, any other blood place, they're the only ones I can think of because they're the ones that I've done it with every time. But every now and then, KBRC does blood drives at their news station, which is over off of Interstate 59. So if you want to donate blood, that's an easy way to help people in need because, you know, like I said, people have been encouraged to not get out of their house, but people are still leaving their house. Heck, I'm kind of breaking that rule right now, driving around. But, yeah, donate blood if you can. You know, your blood type matters, and O negative, if you're a O negative blood type, you're pretty important to the community because for other O negative people, that's the only blood they can get from. O negative can give to anybody, but they can't take. They can only take from their own kind. So, I strongly encourage you to donate blood. It doesn't hurt either. A lot of people are scared of the needles. If you're 16 years or older, 17, you do not need consent. If you're 16 years old, you need parental consent, but that's not too hard. They would probably either just have to sign a paper or just say, okay, a verbal agreement to say, okay. But just don't forget to, you know, a lot of people out there need blood. Unfortunately, car accidents will never end. There's always going to be a car accident. There's always going to be people that need blood, whether they, you know, have cancer or something, need blood, do blood transfusions and whatnot. So blood donations are always needed. And I guess just, you know, if you have, it takes like, depending on what you do, you can do, I always do double red, but it's because I have the right blood type to do it. But if, you know, if I were you, and if you feel like donating blood, you have to feel well to do it. You have to be a certain weight. I think it's like 128 pounds for a woman, 130 for a man, and 16 is the minimum age limit. So if you're 16 or older, you can pretty much do it as long as you meet the certain requirements. They test your blood. They stick you with the little thing on your middle finger or your index finger or whatever finger you say it's okay to do it in, and that'll tell them right away if you're able to do it or not. And it takes like 30 minutes, sometimes less, and they give you snacks and stuff. Sometimes, I can't tell you how many times, I have 3 or 4 different t-shirts that I've gotten from giving blood. And they're really cool little t-shirts. I missed the Christmas one that they gave, but that it's an important thing that people shouldn't stop doing at all in any time of need, or in any time of pandemic like this. I'm amazed that this virus blew up to the level that it did. I didn't think it was, that's one of the most annoying things that I hear is, oh, I didn't think much of it. Well, I'm quite frankly, that's how I feel about this whole thing, is I didn't think much of it until school got canceled for 1 week, then it got canceled for 2 weeks, then we might not even be graduating. They might be postponing it to August, from my understanding. I feel bad for the college kids that kind of got screwed in this. Class of 2020 college students. Lone Star says they're postponing it until August, I believe, which is kind of unfortunate because you go through all these years of school and you spend all this time with your friends and you want to be able to celebrate with them, and this disease pretty much ruined it. So let's see, Houston's lack of traffic. That's another reason why I thought that this would be a good time to drive around pretty much and do this video kind of like podcast kind of thing, is because traffic is relatively dead. I'm going 72 right now, but that's not really fast. I was going 90 over here the other day, and people were still passing me. That's how dead the traffic was. And I don't encourage anybody to go that fast. It's kind of lose control after that. But just know that traffic is dead, so you're not going to have trouble getting anywhere, but you will have trouble possibly getting inside the grocery stores, because that's pretty much the only places that are open. But going back to small businesses, Sam's Deli Diner, I went in there the other day, and I was there for 2 hours talking to them and whatnot. I was the only customer really there. I ate outside because they had all their chairs and stuff put up in that ban the CDC put, where you're not allowed to have customers eat inside or you'll get a fine, and they're encouraging snitching. It's a sad reality that this is the way things are going. That's why I just want to remind you all that small businesses are struggling in this. They need your help. My dad, Eddie Stakes, with American Motors, AMC, AMX, Planet Houston AMX website. He has his own YouTube channel where he does this his old cars and talks about them and whatnot. He's struggling too. No one's really buying his stuff. My mom, on the other hand, she works for Southwestern Controls, and she's providing sewage pumps, compressors, and whatnot to help the hospitals and stuff in this time of need, which is actually a really good thing because she didn't lose her job. She's actually given the luxury to work from home, getting the same amount of pay, and doesn't have to worry about this issue of, I'm not going to get paid, or I'm not going to have a job. She's got a job. She's getting paid. My dad, on the other hand, with his AMC business, if you see him on eBay, that's where he does most of his sales. But he's a very opinionated person on Facebook. You would not have any trouble finding him on Facebook. But just, like I said, support the small businesses, because I worked at Sam's Deli Diner too. And, to see a 45-year-old restaurant struggle the way they have been, I really feel bad for them, because they're awesome people. Lily and Byron, you can tell them that Noah Steaks sent you. I don't know if they'll give you a discount or anything, but they're really sweet people. There's plenty of, the chains are having little to no problem. They always have money set aside. And I could be wrong. That might just be an opinion of mine, but I would think that large businesses have some sort of money to fall back on versus a small business that if they don't have the money, they're pretty much screwed. And I would hate to see Sam's Deli Diner after 45 years fail. So, but that's all that I have to say for this video. If you like, if you like this kind of idea of me just driving around talking about different problems that are going on, trying to filter out what's true and what's false, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment as well, and share it with your friends, because I want to try to keep this idea going, because I'm bored out of my mind at the house. I like driving around. Traffic's dead. Gas is cheap. I'm an 18-year-old. I don't have really much bills to worry about yet. I'm still in high school, really. I don't know if this year really counts as being in high school, but anymore, because it's closed, really. But if you liked if you like this video, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.